Everybody, it's Thursday evening here. I want to do a quick update. I'm not able to do a blog tomorrow, so at least want to touch base a little bit on how the weekend's going to play out. Well, I had an opportunity here for Storm Talk. For tonight, severe risk. Focus mainly eastern Kentucky into portions of the mid-Atlantic, but as you all know, we've had some activity even in Kentucky today, so it seems a little odd that we're not including the risk to the south, but nevertheless, that is how the map is drawn. Tomorrow, we're not in any risk other than just general thunderstorms, and you'll see why in a few moments why I'm not exactly sure that's exactly going to be right. I'm not trying to sound like somebody else in my field that disagrees, but I will say that there is a chance there's some severe weather as we head into tomorrow. I'll talk about it in a second. And as we head into Saturday, again, general thunderstorm chances will be there, but severe threat will be very isolated, if any at all. All right, here's the latest on the radar. Getting very active here today across our southern tier. You guys have been hammered by 3, 4, looks like almost 5 rounds coming your way now from Hart County all the way to Taylor County today. We'll see another 1 or 2 again before the evening is over with. Some activity trying to hold on here across Hancock County. It's running against the clock, though, as it heads east toward I-65. It's run into an atmosphere that's not as supportive for thunderstorms and rain, really, because we're losing the sun for one. So this will likely fall apart before it gets to us, but we'll always keep an eye on it. Here's a water view, and this is the setup we have here. The front that came through yesterday sagged to the south. This part here is still a cold front. This part, though, is now becoming a warm front and begin to lift back to the north. And that lifting motion is creating some heavy rain and some strong thunderstorms across Missouri into Oklahoma. This lift motion is going to pull the cold front over southern Kentucky back to the north as a warm front as well, as we head into later tonight and on Friday itself. And by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, the boundary will be very much along I-64, if not a little bit above that. So because of that motion going back north, that's going to put a lot of us in Indiana and northern Kentucky, including Louisville, back in the zone again for some strong thunderstorms. Let me show you a couple of the models in the short term. First off, between now and midnight, mostly to the south. It doesn't really pick up on much after sunset for our area. After sunset, or after midnight, I should say, we sort of see a few pop-ups. We see the boundary at this point starts lifting to the north, and that's where we're starting to see the activity begin. It will be ongoing, more than likely, when you wake up early on Friday. The other model is somewhat aggressive with some showers breaking out, but it holds off until about the same time period, morning hours, midday, again, to the north. But then we get some heating, and this is the factor. How warm are we going to get before this activity in Indiana gets strong? And I think we have a chance to get to about 88 if we hold off a little longer than that, just by 1 hour even. We could easily hit 90. So temperatures will play havoc here when it comes to cloud cover and the storm coverage overall for us. But they do ignite, and it looks like as they do into Friday afternoon, you can see how the radar is showing these cells along this line, and we've got to watch each individual cell for, yes, once again, rotation, damaging winds, heavy rain, and some intense lightning. So I would not rule out a watch or even some warnings being issued tomorrow as these really get into the prime in the afternoon and early evening. They should move to the south rapidly and clear things out as we head into Friday. What about our severe chances? Well, here's a look at the wind fields between now and midnight. Again, you see the main focus is off here to the west. That is because that's where the warm front is, and the warm front is creating the more wind shear along it versus our front's kind of stalled out and given out. It's kind of fizzled out over us. So this front's active, so the wind shear is increasing. We can only see 6 hours out on this particular data piece, but as far as the instability goes, I mean, we get naturally capped anyway at night, but there is some instability, especially here, to keep some of that thunderstorm action going all night tonight. And again, as you see north of Louisville, no, ain't going to happen. All right, but here's the wind fields tomorrow, and we got some decent shear. This is, again, why I'm a little confused when we don't have a marginal or slight risk, at least a marginal, for our portions of our area, because there is some wind energy for these storms to feed on tomorrow. And as we head into Saturday, the front itself gets tilted. It becomes more northwest to extreme southeast, turns up on its side, basically. So the storm motion would actually follow these arrows as well. So anything that does develop as far as ice-age storms would actually drift to the southeast if they were to pop at all. There's a chance they could, but that is the area that we'll watch for that to happen. And as we into Sunday, the wind direction changes again, becomes more southwest aloft in our flow. And overall, I think the best potential for anything as far as thunderstorms and strong ones would be well to our north on Sunday. So knowing how the wind direction is for the weekend, are we going to get storms? Well, we'll say this. You can become very unstable, but if you've got warm air way aloft above your head, it creates a cap, as we call it, an imbalance. So there's some areas where the cap may be weak enough that you can get an isolated storm Saturday and Sunday. Now, by looking at this, these are the temperatures aloft. the more you are in the orange and the red, the more protection you've got, more capping. You can see where that dividing line for that capping is right along the Louisville area. So for Sparta, Kentucky, for the race on Saturday, you guys are in the weaker side of the cap, but still nothing crazy. I mean, it's still a decent cap, but you are on the weaker side of what we got. So that's how it's looking for Saturday. So I think isolated storms on Saturday, it looked very much a good chance. I like that idea of isolated. Otherwise, hot, 90, heat index, 100 easily. So we got to watch that potential. Now Sunday, we get more protection, more warm air above our heads. So if there's any day where we could remove the storm chance, it would probably be Sunday more than Saturday. And right now we're not ready to do that, but that is the trend. We are seeing the data, and we may very well be able to do that as we get closer. All right, it's a short blog tonight, but hopefully that explains a little bit the intensity of what we're looking at and the coverage of storms all the way through Sunday. Again, our main concern is going to be tomorrow, how this is all going to play out for us, starting early in the day to the north, drifting our way in the afternoon. Saturday and Sunday, just very, very spotty activity, and hopefully we'll get a chance to enjoy some sunshine and get out the pool and wear the sunscreen. Enjoy some summer. We need to enjoy that. All right, and you enjoy the rest of your night and your weekend. I'll see you guys back on Monday. See you then.